Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Vikings season 6, episode 17, like that. I just watched the episode 16. If you want to see my reaction video about that, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. I'm always putting links, into the eye if you can be interested to watch my other reaction videos about Vikings, but also about other shows that I'm reacting to. I'm reacting to a lot of shows, different ones. Right now I'm reacting to The Expanse. If you like Vikings, maybe you can be interested by my reaction videos about The Last Kingdom, about Peaky Blinders, about, shows like that, historic shows, or also for other shows like Stranger Things, like the last seasons of Mr. Robot, of Dark, and of Game of Thrones. I'm also reacting to The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. Soon The Walking Dead is gonna be back. That's gonna be great. I'm not right there for that, I'm right there for Vikings. About the last episode, I really appreciated it. It was an episode, like I said during my review of it, really which felt right, which felt like a reminder for the viewer to what the show Vikings is about since the beginning, since day one, season 1, episode 1. The fact that this show is talking a lot about religions. Maybe we lost that, during the last, I was gonna say episodes, but maybe seasons? I don't know. At least for the first half of the season, I don't have the impression that we talked a lot about it, and maybe also for the end of the last one. I'm trying to remember what it was about. So I'm glad that we had an entire episode where they talked a lot about religion. Almost in each scene we had something about that. I love that because it's really a part of the DNA of the show. If you are remembering the first seasons with Ragnar and all of his doubts, about his gods, about the Viking gods, and all of these discussions that with Stan about the Christian god, all of that was interesting during that time. It's logical that we're not gonna have this debate about religion during each season because it would be just the repetition of the debates and it wouldn't be interesting. But it's great for the end of the show to have a little reminder, about that, about the fact that religion is a big important part of Vikings because it's also a big important part of Vikings' lives, They are doing all of that since the beginning, Vikings, to go to Valhalla at the end, to show how brave they are to deserve Valhalla. So if they are doing all of that to go to Valhalla, we have to discuss about religion, about their gods, about their faith and their fate. They think that they have to do stuff, that this is their destinies because of the gods, because of gods talking to them directly or not, because of signs, mystic signs. So yes, it's important to have an episode like that, like the episode 16, to remind it to the viewers, to have that thing again into the show. I really appreciated it. And also we had other reminders during the last episode with a flashback with Ragnar. If you didn't see my reaction video about the last episode, I'm gonna let you imagine how I dealt with this flashback with Ragnar talking to baby Ivar. Whew, that was rough. It was rough, but not as painful as Ivar talking about how Ragnar died. I love the fact that Ivar decided, I don't know if decided is a good word for that, because we saw that the seal told him to do so, to go to Hvitserk, to remind what was his dream, his father's dream, his fate at first, and all. That was a good moment, and the fact that Ivar is deciding to go back to Wessex to conquer new land and also to have a revenge for his father, of course I'm gonna love that. Even if it means that what I already saw, you know, in The Last Kingdom, I made an entire binge watching of The Last Kingdom. If you can be interested by my reaction videos, I'm gonna put the link. We are gonna see in this end of Vikings stuff that we already saw in The Last Kingdom, and in The Last Kingdom I loved a lot Alfred, but that's great, you know, for Ivar, that he thinks that his destiny is to do that. I really love that idea for the symbolic, you know, for Ragnar, but also for Ivar himself. And Hvitserk, he also had his religious moment with this goddess with who he made sex. If he can give him his confidence back, I'm all for it. And you know how much I love Hvitserk, and I want the best for him, and I want him to have his own story, his own narrative arc, and to continue to evolve, because he's evolving so much, Hvitserk. I love that, so I'm glad also. And we have Ubbe, who is lost on the ocean, and who is losing people, and who is losing his face. I don't think that because of the fact that he's losing his face, they are not finding that land, but I loved the fact that Otter and him, you know, fought in a way about religion, about faith in the Christian god or in the Viking gods. I loved that moment for the symbolic of it, but for the rest, you know, the fact that they are dying little by little on that boat, the fact that maybe Ubbe's kid just died, the fact that they are lost like that, it's not making me happy, not at all. I can't see, you know, options for that, you know, they just have to find the land. Maybe people are gonna die again before they're gonna find it. I was worried, you know, about Ubbe and juries after the episode 15, but we didn't see any of that during the last episode, so maybe it's not gonna have consequences. I still think that Ubbe is gonna die because he talked too much about dying and all about the fact that death, they all have to die and all. So I'm like, yes, Ubbe is gonna die. And I think also that Ivar or Hvitserk is gonna die because they keep repeating to each other that one has to kill the other one. I said it. The fact that they killed everyone like that, little by little, you know, Ragnar of course, but during this season, Lagertha, Björn, Gunhild, soon Ubbe, soon Hvitserk or Ivar, it can only mean one thing: we're gonna see all of them reunited in Valhalla. I would accept nothing else. Okay? Let's be clear about that. I'm gonna stop my intro right now because I want to watch this episode, obviously, but I want also to have the time to make an interesting review and to not make it short if I need more time. And this is almost already the end of the day, you know, we are in winter, so the sun is going out. Going out? He's going away really soon. So I have to be shorter in intro to be sure that I have the time that I need in review. Let's go for this episode 17. No, I'm not gonna be melancholy. No, not today. Come on. I have to keep my melancholy and all for really the last episode. A lot of things can happen before that. Let's go. Oh. If we are following the rhythm of the show, someone is gonna die during this episode. You know, it's one episode someone is dying, one episode is a break. Someone is gonna die right there. It's too soon for Ubbe, Ivar or Hvitserk. Maybe Harald? Hoi! I'm not prepared. I don't have any tissue. I'm gonna go get one during the recap.
Perhaps Ivar has no intention of coming back.
Perhaps.
You think so?
And you also?
I don't like that idea.
This place always reminds me of the great shipbuilder.
Like this is his last job, you know?
Floki. Play with Ragnar Lothbrok. Set to England and then flank them to Valhalla on Floki's ships. Did you know him?
We're talking about Floki?
Gone now. Perhaps all the best ones are gone.
Gone but not dead. We didn't see his body. I know that this is a running gag into this show, Floki coming back on that. They took lines right there, you know, the writers. It's important. Floki, 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 come back, please. It gave me hope.
Again. In which case I need to leave someone in charge here who I can trust to defend the town and look after my interests.
Erik? I said in a review of the last episode that he still has something important to do.
I have decided to leave you in charge of Hvitserk. Officially you and Ingrid will rule in my absence. If you and Ingrid disagree, you will have the last say. Why are you doing this? Things are coming to a conclusion.
You don't think that you're gonna come back? It might be true, you know.
have to remain here to give
For
birth
Harald.
to our child.
For Ivar also?
I can rule. Erik can organize the defenses.
You will be joint rulers.
Why leave your land so soon?
I'm Viking. I'm not one for settling.
I love that because I love Vikings.
We will all be settled. I like to feel the sharp wind and the salt spraying on my face. And when I feel that, I'm free.
I don't like you, Harald, but I totally understand that. The baby is dead? For real? Oh my dear. Oh no, he's still alive, the baby is still alive. Oh. How many days, how many episodes do we need to find that lad? They can't survive for another episode. Where is Hvitserk? Ah! I prefer that. You knew it, Alfred.
I never had any luck with women.
Ugh. Ah, it's taking a lot of time. It can't be a final goodbye, you know, for the three of them to Hvitserk, you know. At least one of them has to come back to Hvitserk. What? Attends. A Christian ceremony? This hair? Oh no, I was thinking of Rollo, but if it's in Hvitserk, it's gonna be Alfred, not Rollo.
Pray to Almighty God. God save the king.
We want to see his face, come on. Your face, my dear. Are you ever?
Amen. I don't think we should.
Why not?
Yeah. I think so. I remember it. Ragnar carried me up the steep hill looking down the valley below. He said,
Nah.
this is a perfect place for a battle.
You remember that? But maybe it changed since the last time that you were there?
What are you thinking?
I was thinking, I hope he isn't drowned.
Mm. He's still thinking about the fact that the throne doesn't belong to Harald.
And she never loved him.
That doesn't mean.
Yes. It does.
Didn't you say the same thing to Ginyard, Erik?
I am the kingmaker. I saved Björn's life. I saved Harald's life. I make myself king, and you will be my queen.
What about her kid? I want a descendants for Björn.
Not turn around.
Turn around. That's my favorite joke. What now?
I want to see them all.
She was one of your slaves, so she wants to do the same to you. It's a kind of revenge also.
Come to bed, my kingmaker.
She seemed excited, no? By the situation. I don't know if it's by him, but maybe by the situation. You know, to have that power on him. I have trouble to read her intentions.
I bring no certain news.
Bad one.
Viking army is approaching Wessex. The beast
200 boats. They are Norwegians. The sons of Ragnar Lothbrok.
See? They are not even mentioning you, Harald. Only the sons of Ragnar are important and can scare them.
That's why we should stop trying to be invisible. On the contrary, we should announce our presence. Start spreading terror among the local population. Hopefully we can steal some horses and find out if Alfred is mustering an army.
Can be a good plan.
Their army is far too big to ignore, but we should try to engage it on our terms. But at the same time, prepare our own forces to move here, to Chichester. We've a large garrison there, we have access to the sea. So we must evacuate here. Yes.
What kind of message does it send out to the rest of Wessex that the king is abandoning his royal villa?
That he doesn't care about his comfort, but about winning or not.
We're surrounded by enemies and now we face another great Viking army. One should never be afraid of the truth, my sweet Elswith. The difference will make if I lied about our strength.
I can't bear it. I can't bear the fact that it's the same Vikings that killed your grandfather and your father. They must always win. Even
Not
if they are
always.
defeated, they win.
Even if they are defeated, they are coming back.
Vikings always offer to make a deal. They swear in their arm rings, or they even agree to conversion as Christians, just so that they can make the deal. You've been so keen on peace, you've rushed in and agreed to their terms. But for the most part, they don't mean it. They don't care if the hostages they provide have to die for a broken promise.
You're representing the people. You know, English people, Wessex people. We had a good introduction, you know, to his character. All of these moments where we saw him but not really his face. But having already all of these insights about what he thinks and what this side of the story thinks, it's rushed, you know. We can feel that this is the end of the season, the final one. We need to rush some things to finish the story. I understand, but I would have wished more time to do what they are doing in just a few scenes.